Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. We are off to Chiang Mai for today's daily challenge. We will have double motorways and double traffic lights. Double toil and trouble. But first,
Hear ye, let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Bugsy is here first. Good morning, Bug Unicorn. But that is not all from Bug Unicorn today. No. Bagunicorn also resubscribed with Twitch Prime. Amazon Prime? It's Twitch Prime from Amazon or whatever. Prime. You know, Prime Gaming. That thing. That thing people can do. Bugsy did that thing. 21 months in the Goog troop for Bagunicorn. Thank you, Boggers. Bogsy is once again able to drop all of the lovely Tier 1 emotes, which we will hit right here. We got a lot of stuff on our plate today, folks. We have housekeeping to do. We have plugs to drop. We have horribly annoying pink guys to be horribly annoyed by. What are we supposed to do with you, pink guys? Like, really? Alright, fine. Here. This is what we're gonna have to do. Because I don't want to use I don't have a motorway, and I don't want to use one. For right now, we're gonna do this. And we're gonna put a traffic light right here. I think in the fullness of time, we might figure out a way to make this a roundabout. But for right now, we're gonna do that. And I'm not gonna be happy about it, but that's what we're gonna do. Speaking of things we're gonna do, and this is a thing I am happy about, we want to send a special thank you to...
It's not the best choice.
Athok! Athok followed while we were off stream. Thank you very much to Athok for that. Athok, it should be noted, and the reason they found the channel, is running a streamer decathlon, which has been happening for the last week or so. Bunch of folks we all know are a part of that. I am actually on team, what's our team name? Ragequin? It's Rage Jazzy and Santaquin kind of got together and made a team in the streamer decathlon. Yes, Team Ragequin. And after 1 week of gaming, I am proud to say the Team Ragequin is tied for first place. Tied for first place, it should be noted, on the strength of our dominating victory, by which I mean it went to sudden death, tiebreaker, overtime, and we won. But still, our dominating victory in Codenames last night, which was an awful lot of fun. I had a good time doing that. Let's take a bridge and some traffic lights. Speaking of bridge, I think we're going to have to use a bridge. You come out to here. This green is going to be out this way. You two go there. Bing, bang, boom. This yellow guy here is really fucking annoying, by the way. Like, this one particular yellow guy, not a fan. Might not do anything with this one particular yellow guy. I also am more seriously considering the possibility of taking a pink motorway at some point to get into this business, because I really don't want to deal with all of this traffic. A motorway here might be very useful, but we'll deal with that when we can. You, meanwhile, are going to come out here. This is why we bridged this. These two pinks swing down this way. Everything's going to be fine. So last night, myself, Rage Jazzy, Byron Mask, and Brittease took on a host of teams in the streamer decathlon, playing Codenames, and eventually it went to overtime, and that's not a joke. We had to do an unscheduled tiebreaker because there was a literal tie. But hey, point is, we won. We won. Other teams lost. Victory to the Jazz Quinn Meisters. I don't know. But we won, which is the important part. All right, let's take 2 motorways, and I think I know what I'm going to do with them. Here's what we're going to do with both of these 2 motorways, right? One of these motorways is, we're going to take these 2 green guys here, get rid of this road, and use these 2 and these 3 as the primary supports for this circle. That means that these two greens over here are going to take motorway number 1 and hook into this green business. It also, unrelated to that, I want to offer promotion of your channel. That is a new phrase to be added to the banned phrases list. Great. Let me just grab that right here. And then Virile Mandolin. That's an excellent name, you shitty ass bot. Awful. Awful person. Thank you, Bogsy. Virile Mandolin. That's a wonderful name. Why do these bots always take all the good names? Sad times. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Motorway number 2 is going to swing down here for the pinks to get into here. That's just going to let them avoid this awful yellow nightmare up here, which is a good thing to avoid. Additionally, it's going to let me hook this green guy in here, get a 6th green supporting that circle. That should be fine and good. I could have put this green up on this road, but I don't want to do that because it's just going to create more traffic and more mess, which is what I was trying to avoid with motorway number 2. So, hey. But yes, we played... Where was I going with this? We played Codenames last night. Byron Mask and I took turns as Spy Masters, and I must say, Byron Mask, she is a very good Spy Master. Had a lot of fun with Byron as the Spy Master. Won a game basically on the strength of me knowing what barding is, which is always good. It is not, amazingly, playing Dungeons and Dragons and acting like a musical dickhole. Musical dickhole title of the episode? Probably not, but maybe. Alright, this pink business here will get this pink house, and hopefully more support will come eventually. Speaking of eventually, let's get rid of this big long bridge, which I knew we were going to do eventually, once we get this road back. These two greens come out here, I get 14 road tiles, I use 3 of them, and now we have a greenhouse going out this way. Now this isn't enough greenhouses, but details. Give me 30 road pieces. We should be fine for a while. So we played Codenames, and we won, and then... Is there anything else I wanted to talk about other than the thing I wanted to talk about? Kinda, but I'll get to it. After Codenames, I watched the back end of AEW Revolution. There was an AEW pay-per-view last night, which means we're going to spend the rest of today's episode talking about how fucking great AEW is, because, listen, every AEW pay-per-view, except for one, which was kind of cursed, and also they did some bad things, but every AEW except every AEW pay-per-view except for that one is fucking great. AEW, it turns out, puts on fucking great wrestling shows. Also, this business here needs more help. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab these 3, run them down this way. We're gonna disconnect these 2 fuckers. No, I said these 2 fuckers from this green circle. This is a short road and you've got 4. I think you'll be fine. We're going to move motorway number 1 so that now these 2 houses support this business and these 3 support that one. And that should be fine. So AEW Revolution was last night, and I want to talk about a moment that happened in the main event of the show. You know, the final match, the world title match. The main event of the show last night was a 60-minute Iron Man match between Bryan Danielson and the world champion MJF. And historically speaking, Iron Man matches don't actually draw well because, like, the theory behind them, and this is all like pro wrestling gimmickry nonsense, but the theory behind them is, oh, I have so much more endurance than you. I can last a whole hour. And an Iron Man match is literally a 60-minute match wherein the winner is the guy who gets the most, wins. They basically have a never-ending match, and if you do a thing that would let you win a match, like you get a pinfall or a submission or something, they're like, cool, you get a point, keep going. Bogsy says they're such a clown, melding stuff to their 14 gear. Once you run out of melding slots, the thing disappears off your list. You successfully attached your stuff and panicked because it disappeared. That's like playing peekaboo with a 4-year-old, except you're both the parent and the 4-year-old, and you still get, oh, where'd my hand go? You took your own nose, Boxy. You've got your own nose. I'm sorry, that tickles me. I am amused by myself. All right. Where was I going? Oh, right. 60-minute Iron Man match. So the gimmick is it's literally an hour long. And historically, those are kind of hit and miss because in theory, if you've got two, and like for comparison, for folks who don't watch wrestling, your typical main event world title match kind of thing will last at least, unless they're doing something like weird and gimmicky, or the guys involved really suck, or the show's running long. But typically, your typical main event world title match kind of thing is gonna run at the very least 20, and sometimes as long as 35 minutes. Like 35 minutes is not unheard of for a main event match, especially if it has two like really, really good wrestlers, or they've been, it's the culmination of a super long feud or something like that. Good morning, Moose. We're going to run motorway number 3 here in the absence of a bridge because I don't actually want these blues all sharing one road. How's this purple looking? This purple's looking fine. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes circular at some point just because we've got so many purple dudes here. Hey, speaking of so many dudes here, the fuck are you doing, yellow guy? Hold on, what's your deal? Honest to oomph. Okay. All right, listen. We're going to take motorway number 4 and we're going to run these two guys up here. There. Double motorways making Chiang Mai less of a pain in the ass. All right. This pink over here is a circle. And that could become an issue. Here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to run these 4 pinks over to here. And that is going to temporarily take away all of the support from this business. But what I can do is sneak a roundabout right in here. And we go roundabout down out of here. These purples come in here. The pinks go in here like so. I might eventually want to take a motorway or something to hop these pinks over this and not deal with a roundabout. But for right now, this is a good way to get more dudes coming out this way. Speaking of dudes, this yellow guy needs some. Can you get more than what you have? Can I get another yellow spawn up here, please? Pretty please, game? Really? You're not going to give me an... Well, that's a fucking problem. That's a big fucking problem, actually. Speaking of big fucking problems, actually. No, we can just do this. I don't really like doing this, but it'll be fine. These two guys will support this purple business, and there's another purple business. Okay. Give me another bridge, and... Yeah, I really do want to maintain one business, one road, I think. I think that's got to be the play. So you're going to come up here, and you're going to take a very long and, quite frankly, stupid road out this way. You know what I might do? I might take you, point you there, and you point you out here. So these 2 go to this business, these 3 go to this business, and these 4 go through the roundabout down to here. That feels a little more fuck. Feels a little more fuck. Okay. You go into the roundabout, go down here. You are a yellow guy, you need some help. Okay. How are we going to yellow this yellow guy? That's a good question. I could do something exceedingly stupid. Probably don't want to do anything exceedingly stupid. Could do something very stupid. Oh, there's definitely an FU algorithm. Absolutely. Game wouldn't be challenging without the FU algorithm. All right. Saw a tweak that can fix this light blue. It doesn't actually need fixing, but details. Okay, so got to get yellow guys over to here. I do have a bridge, so it's not an issue of... All right, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this yellow guy away from these two yellow businesses. We're going to use these two yellow guys to support this via motorway number 4. I could demolish motorway number 3. You're right, I do have a bridge for that now. Could replace that with a bridge. That would give me another motorway. And I think... Actually, yeah, I do think I am going to do that. Because it's better to have a big, long motorway and a shortish bridge road than vice versa. So what I'm going to do is take motorway number 3, have these 3 yellows support this business, and then you, blue guys, will swing out like so. Nope. Up one more, like that, into here. Great. So you 3 blue guys go to that business. You 3 yellow guys go to that business. You 2 yellow guys come here. You 5 yellow guys support these 2 businesses. That's shitty, actually. Although, now that we have these 2 that exist, I think I'm going to put this one back, swing motorway number 4 up like so, and have this guy go back to doing fucking nothing. You go back to doing fucking nothing. You are a purple I need to support at some point, so should probably get around to doing that. Yeah, I should probably get around to doing that. Okay, fine. All right, I'll come up with something different for you in a second. For now, we're going to need purple guys to come down here and swing thusly and up here. If you, by the way, want to be green or pink, I would be totally fine with that. All right, now you get onto this road, you die. Why don't the 3 of you support this thing? Probably because there's only 3 of you, and 3 guys should not be tasked with supporting 2 businesses, especially one with a long and stupid access road, but, you know, details. You're a circle now? Man, fuck you. Who said you could be a circle now? I sure as fuck didn't. All right, interesting. And by interesting, y'all know what I mean. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna take these 2 purple guys, run them down this way. So the point of an Iron Man match is, you know, oh, I'm so much tougher than you. I have so much more stamina and, you know, tenacity, and I can last an hour and you can't last 5 minutes. Ha ha ha, fuck you. But historically, they don't actually sell that well because this being pro wrestling, they can never pass up an excuse to make drama. And the way you make drama in an Iron Man match is after 55 minutes of wrestling, the score is always within 1 fall. Like it's tied or it's 3-2 or something, so that they can have the last minute dramatics rather than, oh, yeah, turns out that Bryan Danielson was just much better wrestler than MJF and he's going to win like 10-4. And you know that half an hour in and nobody cares. That's silly. You don't want to do that. So instead, what they do is essentially make the first 55 minutes of your hour-long match not actually important, which is another choice you can make. Not necessarily a good one. All right, this guy's gone circular at some point, which means I want to take these 5 greens, which are presently not doing anything. I'm actually going to point you up here and swipe you. Actually, you can go that way. I'm going to swipe you 4 greens, which are not presently doing anything. We're going to take motorway number 1 down to here, go up that way. And you're going to go there, and you're not going to get redrawn because this is actually, like, I've got so many cars and driveways up here. This is actually just fine. Here. Kill that. Kill that. You go down into the roundabout. Okay. Give me... Am I about to gain a bunch... give me the motorways. I thought maybe I was just about to gain a bunch of road, and I'm not, which kind of sucks, but I'll figure something out. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to gain a bunch of road. Because what I can do is take these 3 blue guys use them as backups for this circle. And now these two blues right here can take a motorway, swing up here. Great. So for a whole bunch of reasons, I never thought in like the 6 or so weeks they've been doing build for the match, or in the time where they've been cutting promos on each other, or throughout the match itself, which was fucking excellent, by the way. It was an excellent wrestling match. People thought, some people thought, oh, MJF can't go an hour, and like people legitimately questioned Maxwell Jacob Friedman's ability as a performer to have an hour-long wrestling match, which I thought was silly. Max is great, and also Bryan Danielson might be the best ever. So if you put a great wrestler into a match with the guy who might be the best wrestler ever, it's usually going to be a pretty good wrestling match. Turns out it was a fucking excellent professional wrestling match. Stunner. But I never, ever thought for one single solitary moment did I think Danielson's winning the title, MJF's losing. And there are a whole bunch of reasons for that, right? Like, MJF just won the thing not too long ago, and AEW really doesn't do quick title changes, especially with their world title. They typically tend to prefer having longer title reigns. And also, like, Max is 26 or something like that, and Danielson's 38 at least. He might be in his 40s. He's probably in his 40s by now. He's always been a guy who wants to put people over more than the TNT title's a secondary title. And also, I think they recognize that they fucked it up with their stupid Guevara Scorpio Sky bullshit, and they're trying to fix it. But also Wardlow. So you can only do so much when you're pushing Wardlow. You two blue guys are gonna come over here, and we're gonna have you support this via motorway number 7, and that's gonna be fine. But anyway. Oh, right, pinks up here. Pinks up here are probably fine, actually, because I can just swipe you, and for good measure you. You go support that motorway, actually, roundabout. But you, motorway number 8, come down over to here. Great, thanks, bye. So MJF is young, MJF just won the title. Danielson historically has always been like, if given his druthers, he will put people over more than he should, which is a, good and noble thing in a person, a very rare trait in a professional wrestler, but also not always the best thing for the company. Sometimes Bryan Danielson needs to say, hey, I'm Bryan fucking Danielson, I should win this fucking match, because he's Bryan fucking Danielson. He very rarely actually says that. But anyway, you are a green guy, which I recall asking for, so I'm not going to whine about it, even though it doesn't feel super awesome right now. Let's have you and you support that. You are a circle, which means you need help. Because, well, actually, hold on. You can get support from 3 green guys right there, which means I have you to also support this, and that might just be fine, actually. I get purples coming from the east, I get greens coming from the west. I have this one very big, long road taking this purple guy into here, but whatever, it should be fine. So for a whole bunch of reasons, I never thought Bryan Danielson was winning the world title. Not for one single solitary minute in the weeks of build, or, the promos they cut on each other, or even at any point in the excellent hour-long match. However, one of the things they like to do, and when I say they, I just mean like wrestling companies. One of the things wrestling likes to do in Iron Man matches is they'll end it in a draw. And that's what they did last night. It was 3-3, and Danielson had MJF in a submission hold, and MJF, bit his hand, and, he was like, I'm going to tap out. No, I need to hang on. And he ultimately hang on, and the clock expired, and as soon as the bell rang, he was like, tap, get him off me. Right, that chicken shit cowardly heel thing, right? So, So they do the whole, MJF thinks he's retained because the match ends in a draw, and then they do a special announcement where it's like, no, we won't allow this match to end in a draw. We'll do sudden death overtime. Hooray! And the crowd goes nuts because they think the fighty, plucky babyface is going to win on account of sudden death overtime or whatever. But I'm still thinking, like, MJF's going to cheat, MJF's going to win. And here's the spot, right? Immediately after the match ends, and the match is like a grueling bloodbath type match. So immediately after the match ends, medical staff rushes into the ring and they're tending to Danielson and they're giving MJF oxygen, right? And then, they hear the announcement, oh, the match is going to continue. So they scurry out of the ring and they clear their stuff, except an oxygen tank is left at ringside. And via chicanery, MJF grabs the oxygen tank and clonks Danielson with it in a spot where the referee can't see it. So it's not a disqualification. MJF doesn't lose the fall and the title that way. But he's a dastardly dickbag heel and he's cheated and now he's going to win because he clonked Danielson with the oxygen tank and he's going to pin him. Except he doesn't pin him. He's like, oh, I'm such a dickbag. I've knocked this man out. Now I shall humiliate him by defeating him with his own wrestling hold. Ha 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 ha. So he locks Danielson in Danielson's own submission, right? Which is like a typical shitbag heel thing to do. And I'm thinking, and this is just another thing they do in wrestling, Danielson's going to pass, air quotes, pass out, right? He's not going to tap out. He's not going to submit because that's like typically a thing you don't have baby faces do. But he's going to pass out and MJF's going to be like, I beat you with your own hold, you fucker. Ha ha ha, I'm the best. There was one moment in this match where I thought Danielson was going to win, and this is that moment. MJF locks Danielson in his own submission hold, and the referee does the whole "I'm going to drop your arm 3 times" thing. And if I drop your arm 3 times and you don't fight out, that means you're unconscious, and that means you're unable to defend yourself, and the match is over and you lose. So he drops Danielson's arm once, and he drops it twice, and the third time he goes to drop it, Danielson fights back up. He he balls up his fist and he shakes his hand and he raises his arm, and in that exact moment, I thought, oh, they've done all of the bullshit ways for MJF to win. Danielson's actually going to fight out of this and win. And I started thinking, hey, cool. One of my favorite wrestlers is going to win my favorite wrestling company's world fucking title. That's very cool. 8 seconds later, Danielson lost the strength in his arm and he tapped out. They did 2 months of build and an hour and change long match, and I never thought for a second that the challenger was going to win the title until I finally got convinced 8 seconds before the match ended and the challenger lost. That's good fucking professional wrestling. That's really fucking good. The whole thing is about suspension of disbelief and ignoring, proper storytelling. I know, the whole reasons I laid out, it wasn't storyline that, oh, MJF has been champion for only a few weeks and I never lose titles in only a few weeks. No, that's just, I know how pro wrestling works. And I know how, AEW tends to conduct business. So I'm like, they're not taking the title off of MJF here. And it's very difficult to sell pay-per-views when half of your audience is like, they're not taking the title off of MJF here. But they fucking worked a match where they convinced me that they were, in fact, taking the title off of MJF here. And then they didn't take the title off of MJF here because, for all the reasons I laid out, it's not the best business move or the most AEW-like move to take the title off of MJF here. But they fucking got me, the bastards. All right. We got a problem. Actually, we have several problems here. Our chief concern should be these yellow guys, because we have 5 yellow houses, six yellow houses tasked with supporting 2 yellow circles, which honestly, at this stage of the game, 6 houses is not really enough to support 1 yellow circle, let alone 2. So that's a problem. If I had a couple more motorways, I could maybe take these 3 yellows and have them do something. Actually, oh, here's a thought. I'm not getting another motorway, by the way. They're not going to give me any more than 9, typically. I don't think I'm getting another one for the rest of the run. What if I do this? If I draw a bridge here, I can have these 3 support this yellow business, which means that these 3 right here are now freed up to... Oh, here's what I'm going to do. I know you can get more than 9, but I think typically they don't, like, give you more than 9 unless there's chicanery involved. I could be just wrong about that. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have these three right here go right into this circle, and I'm going to try to 1 business, 1 road this. I know the word starts with a C, but I've always pronounced it as though it started with an S. And I guess that is wrong. I guess the word is chicanery, but I've always heard it and said it as chicanery. I guess I'm just wrong about stuff. Give me a bridge. Now, in addition to... Okay, it is pronounced like SH. I'm right about stuff. Gasp! Shock and horror, the Goog is right about stuff. Okay. So, in addition to this... Okay, here's what we're going to do. Hold on. If... Ow. Itchy. Alright, here's a... Sure. If we take you out to here, we traffic light this, right? We could traffic light this, and then I'm wondering if there's a way for me to restructure this roundabout. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. And now we kill all of this. So now we have 3, 4, 5 purple guys coming into the roundabout to support this business or this business. Is that good? That doesn't feel great. We've got these 4 up here supporting this, which is not enough. These 3 down here supporting this. You're actually having a better time than these guys, which is weird. But I guess I had been pulling you too tight in the other direction too, so it's all very weird. Also, hey look, blue guys. Possibly the most... Create a small bypass for the purples to get to the top purples. To get more purples up here? Yeah. Yeah, I could have just put these 3 guys on this road. And that would have had 7 going up here. I don't know. I've got all of these purples down here. Like, if I get motorways, if I get 2 motorways, I'm fucking great. Because I can take these 5 purples and just save a business with them. Probably save this business even. Wait. Goog, there's a fucking road. You can just draw a fucking road. I can just do this. And if I just do this, then I don't need purples to go down here. And if I don't need purples to go down here, then I just need purples to go up here. And if I just need purples to go up here, then I don't need either of the purple roads that go into this motorway, because I can just do that. And when I keep saying motorway, I actually mean roundabout, but, you know, details. And now, it's fine. Huh. Turns out I might just be good. All right, what if we... Now I want to get fancy with these yellows. Yes. Okay, so we get fancy with the yellows. These two yellows can come down here and support this business, which frees up these two yellows. Wait, I don't want to kill that bridge. But it does free up these two yellows to come down here into this, and these two yellows are now servicing this circle, which is good because this circle is going to fucking die. All right, everybody go. I think I just made my life significantly better. I think this thing I've done is just good. I think I've just done a really good thing. This yellow house can now pour cars down to here, so now it has something to do. And these greens are like ostensibly tasked with supporting this business, but there are 4 more greenhouses before then, so hey look, Motorways. Okay. So now that I have hey look, Motorways, I think I can do a lot better by my purples. Because I can take these 3 purples, draw motorway number 9, get them up to here. That, in turn, frees up these purples to help support this circle. So now we have 1, 2, 5 going over to here, and 1, 2, 5 going up to here. And now my purples are just fine. And whereas 8 minutes ago it looked like I was totally and completely fucked, now I'm in pretty good shape, actually. This is how great scores happen. I am not about to say that I have figured out how to be great at mini motorways all the time, but what I will say is this. Great scores happen. Good scores happen with good road management, right? Like good fundamental, one business, one road, that kind of stuff, right? Great scores happen when you can actually fix problems. So often in mini motorways, it's like, oh, a problem is occurring? I guess I'll just die then. But a great score in mini motorways happens when you can find a way to solve problems. Or when I follow Bogsy's advice. That's another way to get a great score. That's true. Okay. Kind of have to sneeze, which is a problem because I have a microphone in my face and I'm trying to entertain people by talking. All right. I've got... this yellow guy is an issue. This yellow right here needs more help. This blue also needs more help, which is weird because it has 8,000 dudes. Here, have 8,001 dudes. No, I don't need sad advice. I got plenty of sad advice. I just listen to my brain. Get all the sad advice I need. Anyway, what are you doing? Oh, you are, I don't like you. I don't think the 2 of you are enough to support this business. I think I need 3 of you somewhere. Here. You and you and you are not presently doing anything, so you 3 are now the support system for this guy. Thanks. Have fun. Okay. Oh, right. I was trying to get more yellows over to here. I don't understand why these blues are mad. I'm not going to do anything about it. It's just a blue surge. It's going to have to be fine. Meanwhile, yellows over here. How do I? Good question, Goog. Really good question. Proud of myself for that question. Well asked. Good thought. No fucking answers to it, but damn, it's a good question. Maybe offshoot here? No. 'Cause these yellows are taxed enough. These yellows are also fucking dying going down here, actually. This yellow has more support than this one. Yeah, yellows might just be fucked. This blue got mad because I ripped away its support. Blues are just mad right now. Blues are in a surge because, like, look at this. This is how you have 2 businesses within 2 squares of you, and you're still mad? No, Blues are just having a fit right now, and it's gonna kill me because death. So you know when I was saying great scores happen? Great scores don't happen when you fix problems that aren't really fixed. But hey, we got over 3,000, 3271 in Chiang Mai. That's a good score. It's a Samurai Slam score. You know, we'll drop those Samurai Slams in the chat because Samurai Sam did like 1,500 more than I did almost. But still, is a good score. I'm proud of that score. All right, let's play Wordle. I am, in fact, proud of that score. I saw that green P and I was like, oh my god! But no. We will have to panic and come up with another word very quickly. It could be panic. It's not, but, you know, it could have been. It can't be any of Christopher Columbus's ships. You know, Nina is 4 letters. Santa Maria are 2 5-letter words, neither of which start with, you know, P. And it can't be Pinta because there's no A. That's the entire reason. I suppose it could be vaguely close to a unit of measurement. It could be, you know, kind of pinty. Pinty's not a word? Really? I'm mad at you. All right, fine. What about... Well, it's not going to be like a 4-letter version. It's not going to be a 4-letter word with an S at the end of it, right? So it's not going to be pines. Even though that's a perfectly valid guess, like just by the letters, it could be pines. It's not pines. It is absolutely not pines. So I'd rather not. This is not how you spell pince, is it? Pince as in like pincer? No, that's a C. This is not a word. Okay. What about... This is not how you spell pink. It's not a word. Is there anything that fits there with a silent E at the end of it? It's not going to be pings. For the same reason it's not going to be pines. It's not going to be pinch. It could be Pinot. No, it can't be Pinot. There's no O. We know that from Proud. It could be Penny. You know, those weird quasi shirts they make you wear in gym class to separate the red team from the yellow team? It could be Penny. Okay. It's pinky, by the way. The word is pinky. The reason I won't try pines is that, and this goes back to an interview with Josh Wardle, the creator of Wordle. Like when he was talking about his Wordle list philosophy, the Wordle word is never a 4-letter word with an S or a D at the end of it. It's never the past tense form of a 4-letter verb, right? So if, you know, in the situation where we had like after our second word, it's never going to be pined, the past tense version of the verb to pine. That's just like, maybe the New York Times has changed to that, but to my memory, they've been strong on it's never going to be like, oh, here's a 4-letter noun. We're going to slap an S on the end of it and make a 5-letter Wordle word out of it. What they have done is like moose or geese, which is a 5-letter plural word. Like it could be geese. Geese is a word that might or has been in the Wordle list, but never. God, now I'm roads. ROADS. Those are, yeah, I've used those to rule out, is there a D or is there an S in the word? But it's never going to be just, the Wordle word is never going to be something simple like this. ROADS or HELPS. It's never going to be that. In this case, it's pinky. And as Sam pointed, the brain. Narv. Thank you all for watching Good Morning Mini Motorways. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Eastern for another edition where we will, I don't know, talk about wrestling and mansplain to one of my best friends. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. We never do that on the show. Bye!